Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm always extremely good when I get to chat to you because it's always an interesting interview, but more so the films that you give us, they're always really fascinating and really interesting characters
Thank you.
that you play. So, well done on the trailer, Jalsa, clocking up millions of views already.
Right.
Super excited. Now, you've been in the industry for so many years, almost 2 decades. When you see these kind of numbers for your trailer or for your films, how does that make you feel? Do those kind of things still matter to you even today?
Uh, I don't think they ever made sense to me, in terms of I'm not someone who's chased that. So I don't really follow it myself, but I have people who are keeping me updated and they tell me, oh, it's clocked so many views. And I'm like, wow. But I don't have context because I'm not really, I'm not following this for any film, not mine, not anyone else's. So if you tell me it's done so many million views, I'm like, wow, I don't know whether that's high or low or whatever, but it sounds great.
It is great. It is great. Now, many of us are very, very excited for seeing two powerhouses, you and Shefali G on screen together. And we got the opportunity to speak to Shefali G recently, and she said to us that the two of you have got a mutual admiration society going on. Can you
Absolutely.
share a bit more about that?
You know, I was just starting out in television uh, when I saw Shefali perform live in a scene. I'd seen her on television, um, but then I was doing this show that never saw the light of day. But what it did was give me the opportunity to watch Shefali perform. We didn't even get introduced or anything of the sort, but I remember I was mesmerized by what I saw. She was just so, she touched me in that moment, and she has ever since with every performance that I've watched of hers, whether it's Delhi Crime or Monsoon Wedding or, um, whichever film you think of, Dil Dhadakne Do, there's so much of her work that's impacted me, Banegi Apni Baat early on. So I think I was thrilled when Suresh told me that he wanted Shefali for this film, and then she said yes. And yes, we don't share too much screen time, but it's still been an absolute joy to work with her.
Oh, wonderful. We can't wait to watch you both together on screen. Now, the press release we got for this film, there's a comment in there from you in that press release where you say that Jalsa gave you the opportunity to delve into the grey. I'm very interested in that grey part because obviously I love the kind of characters that you play, and now hearing that you're going to play something grey, that's got me really, really excited. So I want to know a bit more from you about who this journalist Maya Menon is that you're playing.
Oh, wow. Maya Menon owns her own digital news portal. She's a founder, and she's someone who's very confident and self-assured. And but every individual or every character has a professional, personal, and private life, and she keeps her private life and her personal life she guards them ferociously, because she's got a child with cerebral palsy, and she I think she's very protective, as any mother is about her child, but in this case all the more protective because um, she doesn't want him to be judged in any way, or um, be subject to any kind of insensitivities. So and she prides herself greatly on being very principled as a journalist, someone who chases the truth no matter what the cost. um, but now what happens suddenly is that someone who's so used to thrusting the mic in front of people is having the lens turned on her. And then what are the choices she makes? And how she, what is it that she must do versus what she can do or she thinks she can do. I'm keeping it vague because, that
You don't want to
I
give too much
don't want
away.
to give away too much. And I think therefore promoting this film has been like, it should be a lesson in ambiguity and vagueness, because we're trying not to say too much and yet say that there are, one accident impacts the lives of so many people. And it's a web of truth and lies and secrets and deceit and honesty and all sorts.
We get a lot of that. You know what you just said? There's this scene in the trailer where you're telling the new journalist to come off the case, and it's in the manner of how you say it to her. You're grinding your kind of teeth and telling her that you want her off, and you sort of see a little bit of that grey there. So I think we do get a glimpse of that, and that's really exciting for an audience like me to see, and more intrigued now to watch the film. One of the other questions I want to ask is, obviously you've been in the industry for a long time and you've got a huge body of work, amazing body of work. Do you ever watch any of your work? So for example, have you had a chance to watch this Jalsa? And when you watch it, do you ever look back and give yourself critique or give yourself feedback on it?
No, I'm actually scared to watch anything I've done because I tend to be critical, and therefore I definitely don't watch it before the film releases. As in, I do watch it before the film releases, but not too much before the film releases. And but that is also changing. I'm not as critical of myself anymore. I've worked on that genuinely so that I'm able to see it for what it is. But I guess it's just tough to be objective when you're watching yourself. But yeah, I don't know if maybe critical is not the right word, but I used to be very hard on myself. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're not too much now.
Right.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. Wish you all the best with Jalsa. Can't wait to watch it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.